Hello, 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 everyone. It is Married at First Sight Monday, and we will be discussing season 11, episode 13. This is a live comment read, and boy, do we have a lot to get into. This is Brittany, your marriage cheerleader. This is the Fruitful Wife, and let's go. Here is all my love, it's yours, no conditions. When you pull me close, no, I won't resist it. One of my favorite songs, you guys. One of my favorite songs. All right, yes. So this is Brittany, aka the Fruitful Wife, your marriage cheerleader. On this channel, you find marriage motivation, you find reviews on TV shows about marriage. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I thank you to everyone who has already hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. I am like 3 away from 2.3K. You see how that rhymes? 3 away from 2.3K. 3 away from 2.3K. Yes, so please hit that button. Sissy! Hey, Sissy! That's my sissy right there, y'all. All right, you guys, so I'm going to try and keep this within an hour. So I'm going to read as many comments as I possibly can within this hour because guess what? Your girl is hungry. All right, you guys. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. As you come in, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button that like button that looks like a thumbs up. Yes, thank you. So episode 13, a lot happened. We saw that Brett was not willing to continue trying to make his marriage work with Olivia, which was very sad. It's crazy because I had somebody comment on my recap review video this week and told me that how can I be a woman of God? How can, I be a Christian? How can I be the marriage cheerleader if I'm laughing at these marriages failing? First of all, second of all, and third of all, I know who I am and I know whose I am. I am the daughter of the King. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, Yeshua HaMashiach. Let's just get that straight. I am never laughing at the failure of marriage. If you watch any amount of my videos, I always say I want them to straighten up and work it out because I hate to see divorce. I always say that, and I mean that. And then somebody accused me, honey, in the comments of raising up or throwing up 666. I said, now let me go ahead and report you because you out of order. I love marriage. I love what God loves and I hate what God hates. And that's on period. I hate every false way. But I will laugh at the silly things people do. Thank you. Just in case you were wondering. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's continue on with the comments. All right. So let's start with, who do we have? Macedo, I'm telling y'all, I be butchering these names, and I do apologize. It is not my intention. If you are watching this, please drop me down a pronunciation in the chat so I can know how to say your name right. And actually, I think this is spam. I don't think this is right. Yeah, this is spam. Let me report it. All right, so Yvette, you know we love Yvette around these parts. Love, 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 love Yvette Monroe. Shout out to you. She said, Henry brings nothing to the marriage. No communication, no affection, no intercourse, no sympathy, no flowers, no compliments, no cooked food, no dinner date at a restaurant. Did I miss anything? Marriage is not one-sided. When you do for me, I do for you. Lying Christina only given Henry a taste of his own medicine. She went out to celebrate your birthday by trying to find dirt on you, Henry. Woo! But you know what? We have not seen Henry make much of an effort in the romantic area. You know, yes, I know that he says that he moves slow as far as intercourse, but that does not stop you from doing nice things for your spouse, especially after all of this has happened. Henry is saying, I want to continue to try. I want to continue to see this out. So if you're saying this, then yes, put in an effort. Don't see this out by doing nothing but staring at her the whole time. But yes, Christina, it seems like there has been a lot of dishonesty going on. It seems like. Philly Pop, shout out to you. Papaya. Those of you who watch my review know what that means. Tina Yuli, shout out to you, my sister. You know I love you. Papaya, she said. Gladys Smickle said papaya. Shout out to you. Stephen Fields, papaya. Shout out to you. A. Coleman, Lion Christina needs to get with Lion Michael from last season. Woo! Look, shout out to you, A. Coleman. 2 wrongs don't make a right. That is going to be nothing but a whole bunch of foolishness. Deneen Grant, love you. Thank you for always watching and supporting. Papaya, she said. Natalie Gross said papaya. Claudia Acosta, papaya. Tina Ming, papaya. Alexandra, you know what? Shout out to y'all. Y'all are really like coming through. You know, you think people aren't really watching, you know, your videos, and then you put like a secret word at the end, and then you see so many people putting it down. That is so cool. Yes. K the name 08 said papaya. TR Bless 1020 said papaya. Shout out to you. Kaden Pat said papaya and then said love your review. Yeah, I heard Brett say that he left because Olivia's cats were beating up his cat. He also claimed that he discussed leaving the apartment with Olivia, but she must have forgot. Please. Why did he even lie about that? Anyways, I'm glad they're no longer together. I wish Henry had done the same to Christina. I'm just praying for a miracle. I'm praying for a miracle. This is a lot to invest in, doing something like this. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, so in episode 13, Brett was talking to Pastor Cal about his marriage, and basically told him that he moved out because Olivia's cat was scratching up his cat, and he wanted his cat to be safe. So he told her that's why he was moving home. But clearly we saw in the footage when she came home to an empty house and an empty pantry, mind you, that he said that they had fundamental differences and there's no need in continuing and trying to make this work. If you're going to be that sharp with her, Brett, then be that sharp with Pastor Cal. Tell him what you really were doing. Let's be honest about this, right? Totally agree with you. Kate and Pat. Be naturally chic. Papaya. Shout out to you. Around the way, girl next door. Y'all know that's my girl, right? Honey, she be covered in here with the one-liner, swinging 1, 2, 1, 2. She said, I had a long rant on another channel about how I don't care for Amelia and Bennett. Their interactions on camera are flat and seem rehearsed. They also get a sweetheart edit from production. It doesn't feel as true to the process as the other couples. Very interesting. Hey, Theresa, how you doing? How was your weekend and how was your Monday? It's good to see you. Now, you know what? They do get a sweetheart edit from production, very much so. And I believe that that is the storyline that production has to go with, because I really do believe that Amelia and Bennett have come together and decided that they are going to keep their deep and very personal conversations off camera. I feel like they said, hey, we're going to work this out amongst us, and we're not going to involve them at all. And that's what really seems like is going on, you guys. Sister, thank you for showing me some love. Thank you, thank you. But yes, I really, because honestly, even the thing about moving to Virginia, you gotta know that there was a much more in-depth conversation about that, other than, oh, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna spend half of the time here and half of the, no. You gotta know that if Bennett's concern was leaving his long-term home, leaving the people that he loved and stuff like that, come on, you gotta know. You got to know, honey, that they talked about that off camera. They sure did. They sure did. Which I know that it doesn't make for good television. Said, Mondays are wonderful. It's my day off. Thanks for asking. Yes, it's my day off too. I'm glad. But I know that it doesn't make for good television, but it makes for a long, successful marriage. Keeping folk out your business, unless those who can really add value to your situations. It makes for a long, successful marriage. Teen Bean 4, papaya. Motown Investor, papaya. Carla, papaya. Dwight Powell said papaya. So I guess he commented it down and didn't watch the full thing. Yes, Dwight Powell, papaya. That was the secret word at the end of the video. Yes, Angie speaking to Theresa. Yes, mix and mingle in my Janice Hilton voice. Terry McLeland or McLeland. Terry McLeland said papaya. Angela Brown said papaya. I enjoyed your review. Miles really needs to find a hobby. There are hundreds of things he could do online. Volunteer, Zoom with his students, take an online course. Henry should have called it quits like Brett. He's dealing with too much deception. And I'm wondering if that really was what Miles was doing the entire time, or was it just a really good edit? Hey, Joe and Dana in the building. 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 I got up early looking for y'all this morning. Did you go live? Did you go live early this morning? I know I watched some of the live stream at your ministry, and I enjoyed that with the prophetess. But I was looking for y'all this morning. What's your schedule? But I wonder was Miles really on the couch all day, every day, or was it just edited like that? Because we just saw him on the couch, playing the game on the couch, sleeping on the couch, eating on the couch, watching TV on the couch. On his phone on the couch. We just saw him on the couch. And I'm just like, come on. Especially knowing that he has shared that he deals with depression. You can't do that. You got to find something to keep you busy. VOID, Papaya, live long. Love lives long. I'm going to be like her when I grow up. P.S. Papaya, yes. Else F said papaya. Tori Rogers, papaya. Janice Johnson, shout out to all of you, papaya. T. Rendy, papaya. Elise Budzinski, I hope I said that correct. Papaya. Patricia M. I'm not sure how to say your last name, Patricia. Papaya. Francis Ingram, papaya. Chanel Monique, papaya. And Scott said, great review. Thank you, Ann Scott. I appreciate you. Roleo Olowadola. I hope I said that kind of right. She said, papaya. Great review. Theresa said, LOL, he's lazy in real life. Theresa, you are hilarious. Stephanie M.A. said, LOL, I'm hollering. Courtney Eddie said, honey, no. Cafe Latte 11. Shout out to you. She said, papaya, enjoyed the review. Shamika Sims said, papaya, great review. Courtney and Eddie, now you know that's my folk right there. That's my people. That's my people. That's my people. Said, come on, Brittany. Well, hallelujah. Tina Webb, love Tina. Good to see you. Papaya, LOL. Yes, this breakdown review was awesome. It was it's been a long time since we've had like an interesting review. An interesting episode 2 review. It's that a watch to the end keyword. Yep. What's up with the papaya? Yep. And Angie, I was shocked to see how many people watched to the end. I was like, yes, okay. Monica Reynolds said papaya. Great insight on these couples. Thank you. Shout out to you, Monica. And my girl, Yvette Monroe said, I watched it to the end. Papaya. You're right. You're a rider. I know she a rider. She a rider. Carrie James. I so enjoy your reviews. You are so expressive, Carrie. Love you, Carrie. And I thank you so much for always watching. Lee Pepper. How about a pineapple? You know, Lee Pepper, I love her. And she is so, hey, simplistic grace. Simplistic grace. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yes, sister. Yes. Isn't that awesome? I took it from somebody else. So yes, please use it freely. Use it freely. Lee Pepper said, how about a pineapple? I love how unique she is. She said, you're going to get this pineapple, not this papaya. How you doing, Simplistic Grace? How was your weekend? And how was your Monday? Look. Episode 13 was fabulous. It says, Fabulafricana. Oh, Fabulafricana. Shout out to you. Said papaya watching from West Africa. That is so amazing. Tamara Levy said, as far as Bennett splitting his time between New Orleans and Richmond, that would be, for example, 2 weeks in each state, not 6 months. Great review, Papaya. Now, you know what? I realize that a lot of people, you know, travel for their occupations. So, I mean, we're talking about people who are in the military, those who are in like medical industries. I mean, there are so many different people, flight attendants that travel for a living. So I guess when I was reviewing the video, it isn't far-fetched for somebody to spend that much time traveling and away from their family. So that is true, but I could not do it. Said COVID-free, which is nice. I still have a pretty bad cough though. Oh, healing in the name of Jesus. Yes, 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 yes. I hope you feel better. I hope that cough goes completely away. And then Santee Lou, love you, Santee Lou, said half is altogether 6 months away from Amelia, his beloved. Fruitful Wife is right. I bet he is not going to stay away as much. He will miss darling Amelia too much. And then Tamara Levy replied, I understand how you feel, but I'm a flight attendant for real. Unlike Christina. I'm so used to being away from my family for days at a time. Thanks for responding. I love your insight. Shout out to you, Tamara Levy. And please be safe on your flight attendant travels. That's such a cool job, y'all. Courtney and Eddie said, hopefully I can make it on your live read on Monday. That's my family. I love Courtney and Eddie. Courtney and Eddie said, ooh, we papaya. After I had to ask Google how to spell it. Boom. I love you, Theresa. Did Theresa just join the Igniter family? You better come on, Theresa, and join the Igniter family with a membership. Hey, hey. Look, Theresa done turned green up in this piece. Do you hear me? Oh my God, it's so exciting, Theresa. I'm so happy to have you. Look. Thank you, Theresa. Oh my gosh. Look at y'all. Theresa just became a part of the Igniter family. If you don't know, the Igniter family is the Fruitful Wife memberships that I offer, and I am so excited to have her. I'm so excited. Theresa, thank you for joining the Igniter family. Yes. Yes. Industries that travel usually work when there are no kids and the person's career keeps them busy or free at the same time you are. Trust me, I know. Woo, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And it takes a lot of security in a relationship. I mean, it takes a lot. Just Divine, shout out to you. Said, thanks for removing the psychedelic lights. I did that for you, Just Divine. Let me comment. I said, I did that just for you. Thank you for watching. A couple of people told me that, but she kept on popping up in my mind. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Just Divine. Okay, Rosie Furston, Papaya, love the review. Not happy with taking God's name in vain. I think in the video I said, my Lord. My Lord. Lord is his title. It is not his name. Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. That's his name. God is his title. Yahweh is his name. So I didn't take his name in vain, but I did mention him by title. That is true. And when I say it, I am truly calling on him. But I appreciate you watching, Rosie, and I thank you for your feedback. Courtney and Eddie, you better say that. That's how cheaters do. Cheaters deflect. That's what they do. When they're doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, they will find everything to bring up on you so they can take the attention off of them, so they can put the focus on you. They deflect. And that's honey. And you gotta have discernment to be like, I see what you're doing. Courtney and Eddie say, yes, look at the camera. Brett lied. He did. Brett wasn't telling the truth when he was talking to Pastor Cal. The cat was not the reason why you left. That was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. But you left because you told Olivia that there were fundamental differences. That's what he said to Olivia. Denise Mastronardi. Denise, you're going to have to make sure you tell me how to say your name right. It says, girl, you crack me up. I love your reviews. This is the worst Married at First Sight show. These couples shouldn't have ever applied to be on the show. I can't wait until it gets to the end. Stay safe and have a great day. Shout out to you, Denise. You know what? This was my very first season watching, and I did go back and binge watch season 10, 9, and 8. And Mike and I have just started season 11. But a lot of these people, y'all, I'm like, why did y'all sign up to be married? I wish that because they say that they go through this grueling screening process, right? And I get that. But somebody, who was it, y'all? Y'all know y'all rock with me a lot, but was it Around the Way Girl Next Door or was it VP Dog? Somebody said that they should do a few months of premarital counseling so they can truly count up the cost, right? They really can count up the cost. Because let me tell you something. It's not for the faint at heart. And a lot of people, have a true misconception of what marriage is. Theresa said, hey, Theresa. Yeah, she told me to preach. What is Brett hiding? I think Brett didn't want to seem like a monster in front of Pastor Cal. But you need to be honest, sir. You need to be honest. Tell the truth. And I think that's been a problem with Brett this whole time. I don't like how Brett did it, but I appreciate a man not wasting my time. This is true. This is true. But I feel like the whole time, him and Olivia have been putting forth their representatives. You know what I mean? They've been putting forth representatives. Yes. It said it's sad that train wrecks are more appealing, but this may be one of the more interesting seasons. Either that or COVID lowered the bar. You know what? I found out that let me see. I really liked season 10 as well. Look, I'm trying to remember what season is what. They all put on representatives. Nobody was really willing, Olivia nor Brett, to be vulnerable and say, hey, this is you know what I'm saying? It takes vulnerability to not only make it in a marriage, but make it in Married at First Sight. You're going to have to really be honest with yourself. And Olivia complained that Brett wasn't the same person off camera as on camera. But I feel that the same thing was with her. Said Olivia is a little bizarre. I felt that Olivia was really uncompromising. And I felt like she had a very warped perspective of marriage. If you think that you can enter into a marriage and not have to adapt to any of your spouse's ways of living, come on. You are looking for a friend, not a spouse. You're looking for a friend. Jolana Tiny Watson, Papaya, enjoyed your commentary. Thank you. Just Divine said, I was wondering about all the papayas. Papaya. Sabine Figaro said, Papaya, you are funny. Love it. Stephanie M.A. said, wait, LOL. I thought I heard him say no thanks. Brett is wow. Brett is, and then I agree with Simplistic Grace when she said that she appreciates apart. I think that it would have been great apart. And I think, oh my God, I think they should have tripled the amount of times they saw the experts. Sophia! Hey, boo, hey! Giovanna is in the building. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing this intermittent fasting and 7 p.m. starts my feeding period. Y'all know I'm like hungry. Hey, Sophia. Hey, Giovanna. Both Simplistic Grace. Apart before they got married, together after they got married, because I feel like the experts weren't even there. It was Olivia's way or no way. I mean, really, for you to expect for this man to be like, yeah, let me throw my house away that I own and have built equity in so I can go and pay rent with you somewhere. I mean, is it me? Does anybody see it the other way around? Somebody. Giovanna. Around the way, girl, next door. I was just reading your comment about Bennett and Amelia and how they haven't been very forthcoming with production and they seem very rehearsed. How y'all doing? How was y'all's weekend? How was y'all's Monday? Mama Joan, now Mama Joan, that's my girl right there. I love her, love her. She said, LOL, loved your review. Brett cleaned out everything, even the seasoning. LOL, yeah, he's done. Let me tell you, Brett. They are so flat. They are. But, I mean, and you were saying how production has edited them the sweetheart storyline, and you don't believe that that's the case. I'm like, they had to basically give them that because Bennett and Amelia weren't giving anything. They weren't giving anything. I was like, all right. Ebony Williams, shout out to you. Love Ebony's comments. She said, in your voice, honey, LOL. Papaya, sweetheart, papaya. Great review. When Brett was like, no thanks, then he glanced at his watch as if he had somewhere to be. Took me out. I was cracking up. Pray for me, girl. Pray for me. He didn't have to do her like that, y'all. It's not a bad idea, but the process of joining the show is supposedly grueling to get the people that are truly ready. So I don't know if they would provide counseling. You know, I definitely agree with that, but seeing as though they only have, what, 9 successes out of 34 marriages, they need to change it up. They got to do something about this success rate. You can't call yourself an expert if you only got 9 lasting marriages out of 34. Something going on. Something going on. I know they're experts in their particular industries, but I don't know if you can call yourself a married at first sight expert. That's a little, I'm like, And I commented and I said, Ebony, I hollered. I was outdone. Brett's new name is Petty LaBelle. She commented, she said, yes, ma'am. Alyssia Brown said, I think he already reached out to the lady he dated 2 days before the wedding. Woo! Shout out to you, Alyssia. Jolana said, you're probably so right. Wow. Yeah, not okay. He didn't have to do her like that. He didn't have to look at his watch. I believe Amelia and Bennett really do love each other, but even if they had a conflict, they wouldn't share it on camera, or production just wouldn't show it. Totally agree. Totally agree. Around the way, girl next door. Shout out to you. It says, I also think MAFS was firm as a green papaya. Around the way, girl, I can't stand you. You are hilarious. He said, as firm as a green papaya in that conversation. That's why Karen was so emotional with Dr. Pepper. We saw the kitchen part of the convo, but then they went in the room with no cameras and it got real. Please let it get real. Yeah, something isn't working. One of the old experts ended up marrying a cast member. I knew it was. I heard that. Honey, what kind of foolishness? What kind of mess? What kind of mess? That is a hot, funky mess. How you marrying one of the cast members on Married at First Sight? Something ain't right. Courtney and Eddie commented, you better sing. Yes, another TKO, honey. Listen. Andrea Luke, papaya, and it is common for interns to get married during residency. At least the men do, and women after 1 year or so. Thank you for the insight, Andrea. I appreciate that. And I can see people getting married while they're doing their residency as a doctor. I have a hard time seeing a woman wanting to have a baby and be pregnant during a residency. The way my pregnancies were, there is no way I could do a residency pregnant. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Dante Sigler, love Dante. Dante coming here with the real. Alyssia! Hey! Dr. Jessica and the guy postponed their wedding. They dated 5 months after the divorce. Molly was toxic and mean, the one he was matched with. Oh! But I mean, that's okay. So she was toxic. She was mean. But isn't that a little? That's a little. That's a little. She living. Said, hey everyone. Simplest Grace said she was mean. Said in their defense, the girl who John was matched with was mean. What season was that, y'all? I might need to watch that. What season? Somebody tell me what season that was. Says, Dante Sigler said, Christina is a liar and a cheater, but for the life of me, I can't understand why Henry was more concerned about bringing up her living situation than addressing the fact why she stayed out all night. If you don't care why, bring anything up at all, papaya. You know what? That is interesting, Dante. Because when he did confront her, or at least they didn't show it on camera. But he did bring up her living situation and not the fact that she stayed out all night. Was that his passiveness? Let's see. Chrissy commented, and she forgot his birthday, shaking my head. Lola Bunny said, Petty Betty. He hang around too many women. DeCeros, I think Henry has autism. He hasn't shared that with us. Y'all said season 6. Giovanna Nicholas said he brought it up to show that she's a liar on camera. He is the type of person to take all information and investigate. Since she lied about that, she will lie about almost anything. He is mentally assessing her because she talks and acts the way she acts. It's hard for him to talk to her if she's always lying, and he doesn't want her to throw things back in his face like she did with the confidence issue. I understand where Henry is coming from. Very interesting. Santi Lou, or I think it's Santi Lou, but that's my girl. She said, I did, dear, to the end. I said early on, Christina is a liar. You can't be on meds for the stuff she is and be all drama in case of an emergency on an aeroplane. Oh. Interesting. Not having anything to show while flight attendants earned big while they could fly is very strange. Also, no proof and no pics of her in an aircraft. Wonder if she didn't have another nightly occupation while jumping from one B&B to another. Woo! My Lord. My Lord. There's a problem with Miles getting his nails done, but not Woody, or is it the approach? You know what? Honestly, I have no issues with that. I absolutely love when my husband will go with me to get pedicures. And I honestly like my husband to keep his nails clean. I don't want no filth under his nails, and I like them trimmed. Courtney! Y'all, that's my folk right there. That's my folk. Christina got defensive and stormed out before Henry could get to. Oh, you right. Christina is the female Michael. Honey. Indeed. Indeed. No problem, just Karen being weird. I don't have any issues with that either. I like my man to be nice and clean, and I don't mind that at all. Now, it's different if my man wanted to get some extensions and then he decided that he was, gonna get a design and a crusted jewel on his ring finger, and he was gonna get some stiletto nails, and then he was gonna, then we gonna talk. But him getting the manicure and the pedicure, I have absolutely no issues. None. It says, hey friend. If y'all have not seen Courtney's recap for episode 13 and her couples breakdown with her hubby, honey, it was good. It was good. Honey, she made a phone call to Brett. Do you hear me? Once he doesn't polish the nails, it's okay. Karen finding another excuse with the nails then. Yes. Miles is just not her type. And I think that's okay too. Sis, that's a problem. That's a whole problem. Let me see. Said also she didn't come from where they all are living, but her things are so-called stored in California. With all her bragging, where is any proof of a uniform or her being a glorified servant on an airplane? I can't imagine that for one moment. She is too much of a diva to help with children's vomit and old people struggling down a plane. I said it when she came forward with the ADD on someone's recap. I won't rub it in though. Her stuff never added up. That's interesting. So Santi is saying that if you're on certain types of medication, you can't be a flight attendant for like liability purposes. Have y'all heard that before? I didn't even know that. So what's the deal? Is she not on medication or is she a flight attendant? Sophia said, Sophia! I wonder if he's really not her type. She got so emotional, it made me feel she has feelings for him. I can't see myself getting emotional for someone I don't like. True. I guess that is a very good point. I just feel like she just wanted to be in control. That she didn't like the fact that she wasn't the one saying it wasn't okay. Or that things ain't, or that he's not her type and stuff like that. Karen keeps saying Miles is emotional, yet she is the one always crying. Period. Maybe Christina and Henry were a last-minute add-in. Is she really part of production? She did half their job earlier in the season. Honey, Alyssia. Hilarious. She said, I wonder is she a part of production? But you know what? I agree. Her stuff don't add up. She said, exactly, that's why Henry wasn't into her from the start. He saw through her. Even Henry's dad, who made nasty comments about a mommy's boy on his wedding, said he will show you another galaxy or something in that respect with his interesting convos. But I'm sure Henry knew all along. He is no fool. He is a clever dude. Just want to say I haven't seen any of the original episodes, and some of the recaps very unclear. My comments based on what I remember from previous recaps or very short, sometimes very unclear clips. Deneen Grant said, it appears Christina has no home and no job. Woo! Just Divine said, exactly, and that's why she jumped on this opportunity. I believe she was looking for a place to live and some financial security. Yvette laughed at a nightly occupation. My Lord. Karen cried because of losing control. Olivia cried because she didn't call it quits first. Woo! My goodness. Henry is likable. She sees how he is with other people and likes that guy. Also, Henry makes guap. Does indeed. To be fair, this year could either bring any couple together or tear them apart. Some of them may not be able to handle stress well individually, not just in a couple setting. True. Because let me tell you, COVID for any married couple can be a test. Because I was like, my Lord, I'm ready to see daylight. Can I go outside, please? Angel, BVI, this review was life. Lord, do a miracle. Head. And he said, and she said, I'm sorry, forgot to say papaya. Papaya. Yes. Let's see. VOID. Yeah, that hand on the shoulder was awkward and crazy looking. Karen is weird. She has no clue. You know what? I did find that interesting, you guys, how it was like, he was like, I want to feel wanted. And she considered making him feel wanted as patting him on the shoulder. I was like, really? I guess. All right. It says, though I seen it all. Said Papaya, new to your channel. You are freaking hilarious. You are on point with all of them, and Karen has been teeing me off with this manly craziness since she found out who he was before the wedding. I wouldn't blame Mouse. She's emasculating him. Dang, sis, as she said, he calls her, which he should give her a pet name and see how she reacts to it, needs to wake up. Wanting a thug. I'm sure some women are waiting for her to let him go in the backdrop. Brett is a brat. He just needs to admit he doesn't want to be there rather than making up excuses for why. Next is going to be the cause of a hangnail. He straight cleaned out the apartment but didn't leave her a broom. I felt he was full of dysfunction from the jump, flirting at the bachelor party. No more energy talking about him. Good luck, Olivia. Now on to Christina's fictional mouth. Lord, they call it a fictional mouth. But he had that hand on that right. Did. He did put that hand on that thigh, honey. She ain't swipe at all. She didn't swipe at all. Girl, you were homeless until this show. Probably sofa to sofa. But wait, aren't they supposed to do background checks? Never mind. Got me flashing back to season 7. Trainwreck, Mia and Tristan. Who is Mia and Tristan, y'all? Who's Mia and Tristan? I just started season 7. What happened with Mia and Tristan? There was a clip when they kissed when she left for work. Once on cheek, another on lip. They confused me, yes. I think Karen may have not been initially attracted to him, but I think that she made up in her mind that she was going to try and make it work. And then somebody brought it up to my remembrance that in the very beginning, and in the interview, she thought that this was God leading her to this. And Miles said something similar. What happened with Tristan and Mia? What happened? Honey? Do Bossy. Hey, said I've watched most of your reviews for this season. Are you a PK? Are you a PK? I didn't need you to tell me you were Christian because every time you speak, it sounds like you're about to give a word. Amen? You know what? I'm actually not a PK. I am not a PK. It says the cheek kiss didn't happen. She moved away like she didn't know he was kissing her. You have to watch it in slow-mo. I feel they both had a breakthrough and it just may work out. She needs a man like him. I hope so. We gonna see. Yvette said, this episode left my jaw still on the floor. I am still in shock. However, it's only so much nagging a man can take. Every day, Olivia has a new question, and to him, it's a sign of insecurity and a lack of trust in their marriage, period. Liz Long said, you need to stop. I'm about to spit out my pizza and my wine when you're talking about pretty much everything but Bennett and his rinky-dink theater. And oh, Lord, girl, you just need to stop. Thank you for brightening up my day. Done now. Love you, Liz Long. I'm going to be like Liz when I grow up. Alyssia Brown, shout out to you. It says, Bennett owns a theater. I think he'll be with her while everything is shut down or until theaters are back and running unless he does Zoom performances, which we begin to see in July. Let me tell you, they have become creative. You hear me? They're like, we gonna do something. We gonna still earn this money. Courtney and Eddie, shout out to you. It says, our son and his wife got a baby in this pandemic. You know what? I still cannot believe, Courtney, that you are old enough to have a son that is old enough to be married, and they are both old enough to have children. I'm telling you, them good genes, them good genes. VP Doll 17, love you. Papaya, that was funny. What was funny is when Olivia said, you left the coffee pot. And Bert responded, oh, I forgot it. Lord, he was planning on leaving everything. So is Olivia going on the trip? I didn't see Olivia on the trip. That is hilarious, honey. Because he was like, no, I didn't leave everything. I mean, I didn't take everything. He was like, you forgot your, oh, I forgot the coffee pot. Honey. Okay, let's see. Miles was cooking and cleaning out the tub. I think he was doing things around the house, right? Even if you are married, you still have to show up. You do have to show up. And I'm hoping that that was just the editing of it all. But really, when you're in quarantine and you're in a shelter in place, you know, your options are cut down significantly. Deneen Grant said, arranging furniture at a friend's house during COVID lockdown. Okay, right. Yvette said Brett was low-key petty. He emptied the pantry because he knows Olivia could afford to replace the groceries because she earns 3 times more than him. Oh my goodness. Yvette is hilarious. Liz Long said, sing it, girl. This lockdown got our peeps all crazy up in here. Food gone, coffee pots and garbage cans. He took the seasonings. I missed that one. No, I was just joking. I don't know if he took the seasonings. I put that one. He said, I missed that one. Looking good and great review as usual. Thank you. Deneen Grant said, Bennett disappointed me with that split the time decision. You were married, sir, and you claim you're in love. Moving with your spouse should be a no-brainer. She doesn't confront or have any uncomfortable conversations, which is why she was pretending to be okay with Brett's decision. Amelia doesn't think she has any role in raising the baby. She's just the incubator. She figures she births the baby, then Bennett takes care of everything. That's how she grew up. That's what her household looked like. Was her mom producing the babies and her daddy being the house husband. But come on, you are going to have to help raise your child, ma'am. Come on. Courtney said, for the first time, I saw the real Karen, and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. She really seems like she has checked out. I thought she was slowly coming around. We gonna see. Because Karen, I mean, I understand being exhausted. And I understand it's a very stressful time. But to say you're not going to show him any affection because of that, I think it's a little preposterous. All right, Lola Bunny. Karen is so unhealthy for Miles. Chick don't care that her husband needs her during this time. And she should be leaning on her husband figuratively and literally during this time. Papaya. Hey, Lola Bunny. Hey. It says, I'm Miss Worthy. Hey, your review was funny and on point. Brett was mean, though too bad he couldn't have articulated his feelings sooner instead of letting it fester, then blowing up. His exit game is strong, which is frightening. He may be alone for a long time if he doesn't address his issues. Catherine Pratt. The ADHD meds was a lie. Everything out her mouth is a lie. How did she get through the Dr. Pepper home visit? The gay claim is over the top ridiculous. Her friend is probably going to dump her as a friend for putting that on him. I really don't think he would participate in that. He seemed like a well-rounded, realistic person. Oh, so she blamed it on her friend that came and visited her. I didn't know that. Karen had nothing to offer this marriage except a midnight meal, a butter shoulder massage, which cannot sustain their marriage. Miles probably got that meal after fixing her car. That boy got emotional, mental, and sexually frustrated. Not one can blame Miles because Karen always attacks his ego and questions his manhood. That can send a man over the edge. Miles held up very well. However, he needs to question her intentions in the marriage. Alyssia Brown said, pandemic is no excuse. Karen crying due to pride, losing control, ego, and shock that Dr. Pepper and Miles are calling her out. Long overdue. Papaya. I know that's right, Alyssia. Jennifer D. Amelia wants to imitate exactly what her mother did. Worked as a doctor, had her kids, and came home and was still an active mom. You're going to have to be active. Courtney and Eddie said, and I didn't think he said half the year, but I think he was just saying he would split half the time. I don't think half the year. I hope he don't spend just as much time as New Orleans as he spends with his wife. That's I mean, especially if he doesn't have to. If you have an occupation where you have to, that's one thing. But if you don't, come on now. Come on. Raj Stewart, shout out to you. She cried because she wasn't the one rejecting him. She was derailed on the thought that Miles leaving her and not the other way around. Karen is for self only. She don't like Miles. However, she need all the control until it's time for her to make the decision to divorce him on decision day. Do y'all think that they're going to say yes on decision day, or do you think they're going to say no? What you think? What you think? I've always thought that the extra time given to them was because of COVID would be, so you're thinking that they might pull on through this thing. All right, Simplistic Grace said they're going to pull on through. I feel they would say yes. I don't see Karen really wanting to just get say she want a divorce like that publicly. I think it's interesting. Agreed. I find that very interesting. Around the Way Girl Next Door says, I don't think Miles was suppressing his feelings. I think he was being patient and kind of distracted by his own life, so he was too worried. When he didn't have anything in his world but Karen, he realized he didn't really have her, and then he spoke up about it. Around the Way Girl Next Door said, Brett talking to Pastor Cal is serious and clear. He's not being sarcastic. He's direct and respectful. He never talked to his wife, the other cast members, his friends or family like that. That's what Olivia meant when she said, period. Yes. If they ask Karen first and she says yes, then Miles will say yes. But let's really see in a year for the extra. But come on now. I think when Karen takes care of Miles' frustrations, I think they will have a chance and she'll know that he's a real man. Okay. So everybody is saying pretty much yes. God Loves Couture. I love that name. Do you hear me? I couldn't tell if Karen's tears was because he rejected her or she really wants to be with him. Can't tell if she's repressed or just don't like Miles. I'm telling you, I don't think she knows. She does not know herself. Carrie James, Brittany, last night's episode was shocking. Quarantine has done a lot of damage to these couples. I actually thought Brett and Olivia might make it work, but seeing him walk out with all of his stuff and all that food was a shocker. Why did he take all the food? That's cold and wrong. Miles is no longer able to pretend his relationship is going to work. He's ready to throw in the towel. Only Bennett and Amelia and Woody and Amani appear to continue in their relationship. This is not what I had expected. I had hope for Olivia and Brett and Karen and Miles. However, Karen is still singing the same song, I Don't Want Miles, and Miles' patience has finally run out. Can't blame him. So disappointing. And Stephanie M.A. says, Dr. Pepper gave Karen the business and didn't bat one eye. You hear me? And Courtney and Eddie commented, she sure did. And Lola Bonnie commented, what Dr. Viviana should have done 2 episodes or so ago. Go, Dr. Pepper. Not one eye. Peaceful Flow said. Oh, and Stephanie laughed at Peaceful Flow. And Jolana Watson said, thank goodness. About time she and Miles did. Hilarious. It said Karen doesn't want Miles, but more than that, she doesn't want to fail on TV. Woo! Period. All right, guys, those are the comments. I thank you for getting the video to 1.7K views. And out of all those views, I only got 4 thumbs down. Come on. I'm making progress. I am making progress. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off because I'm starving. I'm so hungry. For those of you who join me in the morning, I will see you guys at 7 a.m. for prayer. And if you have not already, please hit that thumbs up button and also hit that subscribe button because I'm only 3 away from 2.3K. I'm only 3 away from 2.3K. Hit the subscribe button and hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. Cause I'm only 3 away from 2.3K. I'm only 3 away from 2.3K. So hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. I'm just kidding, y'all. I love you guys so much. I thank y'all for joining me. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Until next time, be fruitful and multiply. Bye, ladies. I thank y'all for joining me in the chat. I love talking with y'all. Yes, Alyssia. Yes.